We are seeing a shift of identity with these New York Knicks with Mike Brown as the head coach. The Knicks right now are the second seed in the Eastern Conference, a 6-3 record, 4 straight wins, undefeated at home. But there's a lot of metrics I want to break down in this video of what the biggest difference is so far with Mike Brown as the head coach compared to what the Knicks have been doing previously with Tom Thibodeau running the show. I'm really excited to break it all down because what I love about Mike Brown more than anything is he's evolved into the modern day NBA, exactly what this Knicks team needed, and he's taken the personnel on this roster, the really talented roster, and getting the most out of it early on in the season, and this is just the beginning. So hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the content, and don't forget to subscribe here to Knicks Media, of course, and leave a comment down below your thoughts. What's your biggest takeaways of Mike Brown early on in his tenure with this Knicks team as the head coach? What's your biggest takeaways? Do you notice the difference? Let me know in the comments. Love to hear what you guys have to say as always. So let's get straight into business. The first thing we have to talk about is the volume of three-pointers. The Knicks are shooting the ball from downtown at a high clip. I've never seen the Knicks throw up this many threes. Now, last year, Tom Thibodeau tried to implement this because he understood that the NBA is evolving and you got to shoot a lot of three-pointers to keep up with the rest of the league, but it wasn't like this. The Knicks are shooting the ball at a high volume, and that is all because of Mike Brown. And a big reason for the volume is also really prioritizing having as many possessions as possible. The way you get more possessions and beating the other team in possessions is offensive rebounds, forcing turnovers, and really having the ball more, putting up more shot attempts. The Knicks right now are 4th in the NBA in field goal attempts and 3rd in the NBA in three-point attempts, but only 22nd in field goal percentage. So clearly room for improvement. So what this tells me is they're not really shooting at a high percentage, but they're shooting a lot of volume. And I think that that is going to translate to the next level when this continues to thrive. You look at what this Knicks team is all about. You got Jalen Brunson who can shoot the ball from downtown. He hasn't even got his rhythm in terms of really being an efficient scorer just yet. I'm not too concerned about Jalen Brunson. He always starts off the season just slow for his standards, and we're going to get into Jalen Brunson a little bit and how Mike Brown's using him. But then you have OG Anunoby, who's shooting a lot more threes this year at a high percentage, by the way. Mikal Bridges is shooting way better from beyond the arc to start off this season compared to last year. Even Josh Hart is hot from downtown. I mean, you look across this roster, everybody can shoot. Karl Anthony Towns, he hasn't even been shooting a lot. He's going down low a little bit more, which is another shift of identity with Mike Brown. And then you guys got the guys off the bench with Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride. All these guys are really shooting the ball from beyond the arc. And this is really refreshing to have a coach that is in tune with the modern day NBA. And I think that is a really good thing we wanted to start off this video with right here on Knicks Media is simply the three-point shooting and the overall ability to put more shots up than the other team. And the way you dominate the possessions is, of course, rebounding, which is a big clip of what this Knicks team has been doing under Mike Brown. They are right now the league's best rebounding transformation. 1st in offensive rebound percentage, 2nd in defensive rebound percentage. And for context, last season, New York ranked 19th, 25th, and 24th in offensive, defensive, total rebounds. This year, they are 1st, 15th, and 6th. They're also top in defensive rebound percentage and 2nd in offensive rebound percentage. So obviously there's a lot of different energy with this Knicks team so far. There's a lot of metrics you can compare and contrast last year to this year. And I think that they're overall playing a different style of basketball when it comes to prioritizing the three-point shooting and, of course, the defensive rebounds and the offensive rebounds. Now, when it comes to the fluidity, we all understand this is the biggest difference. Tom Thibodeau was more of a structured coach, rigid. This is the play call. Run the play, old school. Mike Brown, on the other hand, he is way different. Open mind, really allowing this team to figure themselves out through the game of basketball, playing with fluidity, having them go out there and just play basketball. And I don't know how long that's going to last. I think that he's going to start implementing some half-court sets and get these guys playing some pick and rolls and off-ball movement and all that type of stuff. But I think that when you look at what the Knicks are doing right now, these Knicks players, they have chemistry. After last year's deep playoff run, I think them playing together in the way that they are doing it right now, it's pretty awesome to see. And you can see it when you're watching these games, whether you're going to Madison Square Garden to see the game live or watching it on MSG on your TV. You can see that the Knicks are not really calling plays. It's not really like a structure. It's more a flow where they're just reading the defense. They're reacting to everything that's happening in real time. The players are moving off the ball. They're off-ball screens. screen, pick and roll, off. It's just really fun to watch this Knicks team play. The ball movement is fantastic. Finding the open man, and I think what Mike Brown prioritizes the most is attacking the rim, and when you feel the defense collapses, spray it out to the shooter and bring the ball around to the open guy and let it fly. Don't be shy to shoot the rock. And when we talk about the volume, I think what Mike Brown does such a good job at is telling his guys to shoot. And he's not a coach that's like going to be on you if you start missing. And I think that's a big part of keeping the confidence flowing with these guys. Guys like Deuce McBride, Jordan Clarkson off the bench, OG, whatever the player is, Mike Brown's telling him, shoot. We don't care if you miss. We know you're going to start hitting them eventually. And that's a difference. When you have a coach that's going to be on you, you kind of have you're looking over your shoulder, scared to keep shooting if you keep missing because you're scared your coach is going to get on you. Mike Brown's not going to get on you if you keep missing. He wants you to keep shooting because he's got confidence that the more you shoot, the more you're going to hit them down the line. So I think that's a big mindset that's being instilled in this organization and these players. And you can see it from guys like OG Anunoby. I think that he is a different version of himself. He's playing a step quicker. He is playing fast out there on offense. We know who he is on defense, but OG Anunoby, he's not overthinking. You're not seeing a lot of hesitation. He's catching the ball and shooting it right away from downtown when he's open. Even when he's not open, he's shooting and he's making it. He's putting the ball on the floor. You're seeing more of aggression from OG Anunoby, which is really, really cool to see. So I think that's a big, big part of what the Knicks are trying to do is playing free, playing together, and not really having a structure. But I think when it comes playoff time, they're going to add some plays. Mike Brown wants to slowly implement his system. And then another part I want to talk about is highlighting the captain, Jalen Brunson, because Brunson's usage spike defines a brand new era of how the Knicks are utilizing Mr. Jalen Brunson. He is playing way more off ball. You're seeing him score the ball off ball. You're seeing him score more off ball than on the ball. He's not dribbling a lot anymore. And of course, the minutes are not as high as they have been, in my opinion, because the timing of what the Knicks are trying to do with Jalen Brunson, yeah, there are some games where he plays a lot of minutes, but you're seeing the Knicks blow out some guys and he's not playing a lot of minutes late in the fourth quarter. That's with all the starters, not just Jalen Brunson. But when it comes to JB and his ability to not having to dribble the ball the entire time, isolate, and create shots for his teammates, now that we're seeing a little bit free flowing of this offense and they're allowing Jalen Brunson to play off the ball, you're seeing a lot more of, I personally think, you're going to see Jalen Brunson last a little bit in terms of not get fatigued. And we all know the biggest issue with Thibs that everybody got on him about was driving these players into the ground and not really allowing them to be their best versions of themselves in the playoffs when it matters the most, because he plays them with these tight rotations and they do a high usage percentage. And I think Jalen Brunson's usage percentage is low right now, which is a good thing for the long run, because if we can sustain winning while we can balance everybody out, and I mean, the Knicks are playing basketball with like 6-7 guys putting up double figures a night. I mean, the balance is off the charts. We're not depending on one individual to put up 35 a night in order to win basketball games like a lot of other teams in the NBA. I mean, you look at the better teams in the league, there's a lot of guys that are just looking at their star. Hey, can you go out there and get us 50 points or even 30 a night? Otherwise, we're not going to win. The Knicks don't need to do that. We have guys getting 19, 18, 21, 15, 22, 25, and we're winning games. Like, the balance is just ridiculous. Mike Brown, you absolutely love it. You just love what he's doing so far. So that's my overall thoughts and the biggest difference of what I've learned about Mike Brown and how he's utilizing these New York Knicks so far. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts in the comments, folks. Love to hear what you guys have to say. As always, a big shout out to Sleeper for being the proud sponsor of Knicks Media all season long. They have awesome player prop bets. So if you guys want to click that link at the top of the description, use the code Knicks to sign up today. Terms and conditions apply, but you get $20 for free, and you get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Please, of course, bet responsibly, but you can win up to 100x your money, NBA bets, NFL bets, even NHL bets. So go check them out over on Sleeper, link in the description. That's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm out of here, and let's go Knicks. Peace.